You know, we're about to go into business, and I'm not saying all that. What I'm saying is sharing the word, sharing God's love. Don't deny anybody that type of love. You can't deny nobody that type of love. Who are you to deny anybody that type of love? You know what I mean? How many times have you been somewhere and you felt like, and I get it all the time. I'm sure Ryan gets it sometime. I'm sure a lot of people get it sometime. You're walking somewhere and they look at you like what? I'm a Christian rabbi. You know? I go into a church sometime and they're looking like, you're gonna rap? You know that's devil music? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Until the words come out, until God uses you to let you can see, wow, he has Jesus on him. It's the same thing. Some of these people that you're not fellowshipping with, that you're afraid to get next to, at one time in their life, there was a little spark that was lit inside of them. Maybe God has you in their lives right now to ignite that little spark to a big inferno. Not to go up to them and blow it out. So I encourage everybody to fellowship. Again, like I said, the three types of it, and as instruction, maintaining, and encouragement. Now, before I end this, I want to. I looked up the word fellowship, and a couple of things that stood out to me was cooperation. That's funny, cooperation. You know, kind of goes with obedient, being obedient. You know what I'm saying? Similar taste, right? You and your brother got God in your lives, right? Similar taste. They're both liking, right? Interest, companionship, the fellowship of father and son, friendliness. That's the big one. Don't be afraid to be approachable. You have to, as Christian people, we need to be approachable. We need to make sure that we are approachable. People need to see Christ on us. They need to see Christ on us. There was one of my pastors was talking one day. He said he was in, I think it was North Carolina. And in North Carolina, there's this hamburger stand, right? And this hamburger stand only sells two things, hamburgers and hot dogs. They don't add nothing to the hamburgers, take nothing away from the hamburgers. They don't add nothing to the hot dogs, take nothing away from the hot dogs. The only thing that they do is they throw crazy onions on everything. Okay? This place stays packed all the time. He said they were out there and they were about to go hunting and they decided to stop by this particular, I think it was called Melvin's or something like that. They decided to stop by this one particular hamburger stand. On the way to where their destination, they also decided to stop at Walmart to grab some other hunting stuff that they needed, right? So as they were sitting there and were talking at the counter, they were talking to each other, and the cashier lady looks at one of them and goes, "Ooh-wee, you must have been to Melvin's," right? Because she knew that smell. One of the pastors told me one time, he said, what if you walked into Walmart and somebody looked at you and said, "Ooh-wee, you must have Jesus on you." If you spend time like that with Christ, that when you walk out and you go somewhere, they know it because they can see it. They can smell it. They can hear it out of the tone of your voice that that young lady or that young man has been spending time with Christ. Another little short story I want to tell you about. I don't know how many people listen to SOS radio station. Not a lot of listeners. I'm glad there ain't no DJs here. They would be upset. But I'm driving to work one day, and this really, really touched me. Okay? And with these two pastors. One of the pastors asked the other pastor, he goes, man, I go to this prison every week. And we're doing a good job. He goes, but some of the inmates I can't really, connect with. He goes, would you go with me next week and, talk to them? Maybe you can connect with them? The guy goes, yeah, I'll go with you. So the pastor introduces this other pastor. He gets up on the platform and he starts talking. And all of a sudden this inmate from the back, he goes, I know you. I know that voice anywhere. And the pastor goes, no, I don't think you know me. He goes, no, I know you. I will never forget that voice. He goes, I don't know. I don't think you know me. I said, yeah, I do. He said, you remember last month you went to some people's house and you prayed for them? And he thought about it. He goes, yeah. He said, not too long ago, I was laying in my bed and all of a sudden God put these two people on my heart. And he couldn't sleep, so he woke up and he drove to the people's house. And it was storming, it was raining, but he got up anyway and he drove to the people's house. And when he got there, everything looked calm. But he was led to pray for those people at their doorstep. He goes, I know, I was there. He goes, you were there? He goes, yeah, I was behind the curtain. He goes, that night changed my life. He goes, what do you mean it changed your life? He said, well, I used to be right-handed. He said, what does that have to do with it? He said, you don't remember the prayer that you said that night? That any hand that would come against these people to harm them in any way, that it would be paralyzed? He goes, and ever since that night, I write with my left hand. He said, what? He goes, yeah. He said, any God like that, I want to know that God. Any God that has power like that, I want to know that God. And he gave himself to Christ that day. One, that pastor was being obedient because he heard God call him and tell him, look, go pray for those people. So he went there. Two, the burglar that was in the house, that was standing behind the curtain, had no idea that he wasn't just there to burglarize that house, that he was about to have a life-changing experience. It was a fire that was about to be lit. Three, the couple that was upstairs, they had no idea how much grace God had on their lives because they never woke up. They slept through it all. Now the guy ended up getting caught later on doing something else. But in the end, he gave himself to Christ. That's how God works. So when you're called to do something, God calls you to do something, be obedient. You never know how much it's going to affect the person or somebody that's around you. So I just want to end with this and tell you, fellowship saved my life. Fellowship kept me going. And fellowship keeps me humble. If you don't know, or you're afraid to reach out to your brothers, or you don't know, or sometimes you're a new Christian and you feel like, I don't know how to talk to God, just go around and talk to him. Doesn't matter. Don't cuss at him. But talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Take that time to fellowship with him. He got something for you. If you don't, you're going to miss something.